Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Welcome to our first few computer science online classes. Now, in last class we know that some important character set and also the keyword, and with the example of the keyword and about the identifier, some of the valid identifier, invalid identifier, and also we know that the rules to be followed or rules to be we need to follow while creating or naming the identifiers. Correct? No? In last class we completed still that. Okay, now in today's class we are going to complete some other important token. We know that it is the smallest individual unit in a program or a lexical unit, and there are many type of the tokens are there, or C++ has totally many tokens or maybe 5 tokens, the keywords identifier. Now we are in the third point of the token. The third point is called as the constants. Clear this point here? In today's class we are going to complete the third token name. The third token name is called as the constant, and we know that such constant also called as the literals. Okay, kya? Token called as the lexical unit here, and we know the meaning of the token, that is called as the lexical unit, smallest individual unit in a program. Now third point, constant. Constant also called as the literals. Okay, now what's the meaning of the constant? The meaning of the constant, we can say that constant. Constant means fixed thing. Correct, no kya? Fixed one here. So we can say that the constant are the fixed values that do not change during the execution of the program. So maybe if any value you are providing to the variable, such value it should be fixed. In this case, such value is called as the constant values here. That means maybe any value you are providing, giving to the variable, such value not going to change. So we can say that the constant are the fixed values that do not change during the execution of the program. And C++ supports several type of the constant. So several type of the constant, let's see, we are going to discuss by using this diagram. Okay, kya? So the several type of C++ constants are, we know that the constant are classified as the numeric constant and the character constant. Clear this point here? The constant are classified as the numeric constant and the character constant here. And we know that the numeric also called as the number. Correct, no kya? The numeric anta helidre number. So number alli now number annu matra takolteve, maybe the 10, 20, 30, 1000, 10,000. So all are comes in case of the numeric. Character alli yaudella takolbodu. Character alli single character heludadre A or maybe the B or C here as comes in case of the single character, and a string character we can say as the group of character. Maybe you can take your own name. Clear this point here? So one name we can say as the Christ. Okay, the Christ. The another name we can say as the King. So we can say all are the example of the string constant, that is called as the, that comes in case of the character constant. So clear this point here? The group of character is called as the string constant. Okay, now still we know that the constant are classified as the numeric constant and the character constant. Now let's some of the types in case of the numeric constant. The numeric constant are classified as the integer constant and the float constant. Clear this one here? Now helbodu constant annu two types agi divide madidare, numeric matte character constant. Now again we can say that the numeric constant again classified as the integer constant and the float constant here. The integer constant again classified as the decimal constant, octal constant and the hexadecimal constant here, and the float constant are classified as the dot notation. The dot notation only called as the fractional point. Okay, the fractional point number and the exponent notation. So clear this point here, how we divided each and every every point here. Now later next one is the character constant are classified as the single character constant and the string constant. So clear this diagram. Shall we start the meaning of each concept or each constant meaning one by one here? Okay, we know that the constant, the meaning fixed values that do not change during the execution of the program, and C++ have or support several type of the constant. Okay, now in numeric constant I am going to explain, I am not going to explain anything. Numeric, that is called as the number only. So in this class I am just starting by using the integer constant. There is no any difference in between numeric constant and the integer constant. Both are same. Integer also called as the number constant, numeric also called as the number constant. Okay, now I am selecting the next point in our constant, that is the integer constant. So what about the integer constant? So we can say that these are whole numbers. So whole numbers ಗೆ ನಾನು ಯಾವ ಸ್ಪೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ? The spelling is the WHOLE. Clear this? I am not using HOLE. The HOLE in Kannada we can say as the two. Clear this point? But whole number ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ now full number maybe the 10, 20, 200 and the number 2000, 2 lakh, that means no any fractional point here. Clear this point here? If you are using 73.05, it not called as the integer constant. Integer constant ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ನಂಬರ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ? whole number, WHOLE, whole number. Whole number, that means the full number, maybe the 10, maybe the 2000 here, maybe the 2 lakh here, or maybe the 3 lakh, 10 lakh. So all are called as the integer constant numbers here. And we know that they always begin with a digit. Correct? No? ಯಾವಾಗ ಕೂಡ ನೀವು integer constant ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಲೆಟರ್ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Correct? No? We are not going to use any kind of the letters here. So we can say that maybe the integer constant means always begin with a digit only here, and they can specify signed or unsigned digit, or we can say that this is called as the signed digit and this is called as the unsigned digit. Correct? No? ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ನಾವು -10. So example of the signed digit here, or maybe the 10 is called as the unsigned digit here. So we can say that they can specify the signed or unsigned type, long or short type. So short type ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು 10 ಅಂತ ನಂಬರ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಅದೇ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಳುದಾದ್ರೆ 1 lakh or maybe the 10 lakh ದೊಡ್ಡ ನಂಬರ್ ನಾವು ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. So this is the meaning of the integer constant. So ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ? integer constant ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ ನಂಬರ್ ನಾವು ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು, that means the whole numbers. We know that 10, 20, 30 or 40, 50, 60 all are comes in case of the whole number here. And always when you are going to use any integer constant, always we need to take the that means the integer value only here. The numeric value, they always begin with a digit here, or any type of value we can take here, maybe the signed value or maybe the unsigned value or maybe the long or short type value. And such integer constant are classified as 3 types. We know, we already noted in our diagram only. Correct? No? The integer constant are classified as the decimal constant, octal constant and the hexadecimal constant. Now we are going to discuss the types of the integer constant here. So the first constant name is called as the decimal constant here. So clear this point. The first point is the decimal constant. So which numbers or what are the numbers we can use in our decimal constant here? So it is a concept, or the decimal constant consists of the digit from 0 to 9. Clear this point here? So ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲಿಯವರೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಆ ನಂಬರ್ ಅನ್ನು ಡೆಸಿಮಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. So we can say that it consists of the digit from 0 through 9 or 0 to 9 here. So some example for the decimal constant are 45. So our number ನಮ್ಮ 0 to 9 ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. Correct? No? So it will come inside from 0 to 9 here, or in our 0 to 9. and later next one 7, 8, 9. It also we can say that here 0 to 9 ina ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಈ number, or maybe the sign or unsigned. This is called as the sign number minus 897, 897 here, or maybe the 7865 all comes in case of the 0 to 9 only. Correct no kya? So all are called as the decimal constant. So artha aita decimal constant ellinda elliyavariಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. So we can say that it consists of the digit from 0 to 9. So all are some simple example or suitable example for our decimal constant here. And later next one is the octal constant. So ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು octal constant ಅನ್ನು ಯಾವ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ನಾವು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಬಹುದು? So it is a combination of the digit from 0 to 7. It is a combination of the digit from 0 to 7. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ 0 to 7 ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬರುವ ನಂಬರ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು octal constant ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬಹುದು. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೋ? ಬಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಬಿಟ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೋ? ಮೇ ಬಿ ಐ ಸೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಡೆಸಿಮಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ 0 to 9 and 0 to 7. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಇದು octal constant or maybe it's a decimal constant? So we can say that the first digit of an octal number must be 0. Clear this point here? So ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಟಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ಆಕ್ಟಲ್ ನಂಬರಿನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಜಿಟ್ 0 ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್? ಸೊ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ದಟ್ ದಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಜಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆನ್ ಆಕ್ಟಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ 0 to differentiate it from a decimal number. So one example or many example for the octal constant are the 0, 6. If you are using just only this 6 is called as the decimal number. But in case or instead of this 6, if you are using the 0, 6, this is the example of the octal constant. Or we can say that the second example also start by using the digit 0 only, 0, 5, 6. Clear this point here? So 0 ಇಂದ 7 ಒಳಗಡೆ ಮಾತ್ರ octal constant ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಬಹುದು ನಂಬರ್ ಅನ್ನು. So clear this one? 0, 5, 6. Maybe if you are using 0, 5, 9, it is called as the octal constant. No, we know that why? Because the octal constant, it is a combination of the digit from 0 to 7 only. Correct no here? 0 to 7. Maybe instead of the 9, if you are using 0, 5, 7, it is the valid octal constant numbers. Clear this point here? Okay. Now after completing the octal constant, let's go for our hexadecimal constant here. So we can say that the hexadecimal constant, it is a combination of the digit from 0 to 9. It is a combination of the digit from 0 to 9. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? What's the difference in between decimal constant to the hexadecimal constant here? So here we can say that not just only the hexadecimal number contains or consists the combination of the digit from 0 to 9, it also contains the alphabets from capital letter A to F and small letter A to F. Maybe you can use the capital letter A to F and as well as you can use the small letter A to F here. So finally we can say that all hexadecimal constant begin with 0x or 0 capital letter X to differentiate it from a decimal number. So this is all are the point or all are the explanation about our decimal constant, octal constant and the hexadecimal constant. So clear this point here. Now one example or the many example of the hexadecimal constant are the our 0x50, the example of the hexadecimal. Correct no? We know that all hexadecimal constant begin with 0x. Correct no? Here maybe the X is the small letter. We know that it the alphabet from A to F and A to F we can use. So but also we can say that all hexadecimal constant begin with the 0x here, 50. Example of the hexadecimal constant or maybe the 0xAC2. Okay, the example of the hexadecimal and also the 0x1AB. All are the suitable example of the hexadecimal constant. So clear the meaning of the hexadecimal constant. So again I am repeating, don't want any confusion. Okay, the decimal that means from 0 to 9. Correct no? 0 to 9 here. Very simple number going to use in our decimal constant. Whatever the number that is comes in between 0 to 9 here. and later octal constant ಹೇಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು octal constant first of all it going to start or the digit begin with the 0 only, correct this one. So example 0x056 here 057, we know that the combination of the digit from 0 to 7 only. And later next one hexadecimal constant here. So the hexadecimal constant, the combination of the digit from 0 to 9, and also it contain the alphabet capital letter A to F, small letter A to F, but also should remember always the all hexadecimal constant begin with 0x or capital letter 0x. Okay, the x is the capital or maybe x in small letter, no effect in the numbers in this case. So 0x or 0x to differentiate it from a decimal number. So example 0x50, 0xac2, 0x1ab. So all are the example. Okay, after completing some point in case of the integer constant, we know that whole number without any fractional part and always begin with a digit only here, and such integer constant are of 3 types: the decimal constant, octal constant and the hexadecimal constant here. Now let's after that we are going for our next point of the constant, that is the unsigned constant. Before going to say some point about the float constant, just one point I want to say for our unsigned constant. Okay, unsigned constant here. Now later was I am selecting the float constant. Now just we completed each and everything here by using one perfect or a suitable example for each here, and later now we are in the next constant, that is the unsigned constant. So we can say that in case of the unsigned constant, correct no here? Okay, so to specify an unsigned constant type, use either capital U or small u suffix. Clear this point? How we are going to identify? It's a signed number or it is a unsigned number here. That means maybe it's a unsigned number. We know that sign anta helidre -10 anta kodಬಹುದು. Unsigned anta helidre just 10. That means it not contain any type of the sign. Clear this point here? Or maybe the +10, -10 all are called as the sign numbers. So now how we are going to identify it's a unsigned constant? So we can say that to specify an unsigned constant type, we are going to use maybe or it going to denote as the capital U or small u suffix. Okay, and to specify a long type, maybe it's a long number, maybe it's a short number, how we are going to specify here? So we can say that to specify the long here, long type, we need to use the suffix like our L or small letter L. Okay, clear this point here? Artha ita ellarige artha agta ideya? So why I am using here the denotion, or we can say that this suffix capital U or the small u, that is it going to specify, it going to use it for the u, that is called as the unsigned constant. Okay, maybe the capital or small here, or maybe the capital L or small l, that is called as the long type of the number. Clear this point here? Okay, now let's by using one example, the unsigned, that is value is equal to 328Q. That means which type of number? The number is the unsigned number. That means no any sign is there for this number 328U. Okay, kya? Unsigned number value is equal to 328U here. So this is about our example of the unsigned. Maybe you can use the small letter u or maybe you can use the capital letter U. We know that to specify the unsigned constant, the capital U or small u we can use as the suffix. Okay, kya? And later next one is the next example. The value is equal to 777UL. The full form of the UL is the unsigned long. Okay, the full form of the UL is the unsigned long. We can use capital U or the small u, or we can use the capital L or the small l here. So the meaning of the UL is the unsigned long. That means it's a long number. Or maybe instead not, if you are not using, just only if you are using the 0 0777 UL. Which type of number is this? So we can say that unsigned long, correct na kya? Unsigned long type as octal constant. As we know that the octal constant means here, what about the octal constant? That means the digit of the octal constant always going to start or must it going to start by using the digit 0 only, correct no kya? So we can say that this is simple example unsigned value here, but if you are using 0777 UL, that means it is called as the unsigned long type as octal constant. So clear this point here. So this is some point about our unsigned constant and also some of the constant explanation. Now about our constant, we know the meaning of the constant, fixed values that do not change during the execution of a program. And C++ support different kinds of the constants are our numeric constant, character constant, and we know that in our numeric constant some of the types are there. The first one is the integer constant, and the integer constant again classified as the our decimal constant and octal constant, and last one is about our hexadecimal constant. Now after completing, and also we completed the unsigned constant by using suitable example. Now we are going to complete the next thing about our floating, that is called as the real constant. Clear this point here. Now I am in the concept of floating the real constant. As we know that the numeric constant are classified as the integer constant and the floating point, such a floating point also called as the real constant. Okay, now about our floating real constant. So the floating point number or the floating point constant are also called as the real constant here, and these contain both an integer part and the fractional part. Now what about the integer part and the fractional part? Now the first of all we can say that one example, that is the 5.4, okay, 5.4 here. So we can say that the first one is called as the integer part, and after the point, the decimal fraction, this is called as the our fractional form. Clear this point here. So we can say that the fractional point number or the real constant number, or simple meaning we can say as the floating constant number, contains both and the integer part here and the fractional part. So before the point, what's the number is there is called as the integer point here, integer part. Otherwise we can say as the after the point, whatever the number we will get, such point or such number is called as the fractional form. Okay, here now the floating point number here may be represented in two forms. So we know that the floating point number are also classified as two types. The first type is called as the fractional form and second type is called as the exponent form. Correct no kya? So that is called as the fractional form is called as the dot notation, and the exponent form is only called as the exponent form only. There is no any other name is there. Clear this point? Okay. Now we are in the type of the floating point constant, that is called as the real constant. The first one is the fractional form. Now the floating point number consists of signed or unsigned digit, including a decimal point between the digit. So any type of number we can use in our fractional form. Maybe you can use signed number, that means minus 5.4. It is called as the example of the signed number, or maybe unsigned digit or the unsigned number we can say as the 5.4. That means we are not using any plus sign or the minus sign. Without sign we are using some of the fractional form numbers, that is called as the floating point numbers here. So we can say about our fractional form, such a fractional form number or the floating point number consists of signed or unsigned digit, including a decimal point between the digit here. So minus 12.4, or maybe we can say that 8.9. So this is the example of the unsigned digit and this is the example of the signed digit. So clear this point about the fractional form here. Okay, now we go for our next type of the floating point constant, that is called as the exponent form here. So what about the exponent form? So very large or very small numbers may be called as the exponent form numbers, or can be very large or very small numbers can be used in our or using in the exponent form here. So such exponent form is denoted by capital E or small e. Clear this point? So we can say that how we are going to identify it's an exponent form number. We know that such exponent form number we can identify, that means in number we will get the capital E or the small e. So it is denoted by capital E or small e here. Clear this point here? So this is the meaning of the exponent form in this case. Or maybe one example, that is the 5.4 e minus 8. Okay, so this is the example of the exponent form. Again I am repeating 5.4 e minus 8 here. So the number before e, that means the number before e is the 4. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? The number before e is called as the mantissa. Clear this point here? The number before E is called as the mantissa and the number after E is called as the exponent. So like that we can say for our example of the exponent form. So clear the meaning of the fractional form. Such fractional form are also called as the dot notation. Correct no kia? The dot notation and the exponent form, and we can say that how we are going to identify it's an exponent form number. That means in this number we will get maybe the capital E or the small e here, or maybe the number before E called as the mantissa and number after E is called as the exponent. Okay, after completing our floating or the real constant and also with the types of the fractional form and the exponent form, let's go for our next point, that is the three types of the real constants. Okay, so the three type of the real values or the real constant, the types are the float, double, long double. So three types of the real values are, first one is the float, second one is the double, third one is the long double. Now our first thing about the float. Okay, now we can say that a float provides at least 6 significant digits after the decimal. So for example 5.12345 So this is the example of the float real values. Clear this point here? So we can say that a float real values, that is the float value provide here at least 6 significant digit after the decimal. Okay, after the decimal point here, and it requires 32 bit of storage. So what about the 32 bit? Bit full form is the binary digit here, BIT. The bit full form is the binary digit here. As we know that the bit contain the value 0101. So like that our computer going to store the values here or store the data by using the bit format only. And so we can say that means maybe you are using any float values. So float value require at least 6 significant digit here and also requires 32 bit of data or the storage capacity here. So we know that the 1 byte is equal to 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. Correct no kya? The 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. So 32 bit means how many byte here? We can say that 8, 16, 24, 32. That means it needs 4 byte. Okay, just only to store one float value here. And later next one is about our double. So what about the double here? So we can say that a double provides at least our 10 significant digit after the decimal. So maybe 5, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Clear this point here? So we can say that here provide at least 10 significant digit after the decimal. So how many space we need to store such a value here? We need to store 64 bit of storage. Clear this one? 64 bit of storage. We know that 1 byte is equal to 8 bits here. So 8 into 8, that means 64 is there. So we can say that 8 into 8, that is equal to the 64 here. So we need 8 bytes. Clear this one? To store this type of the value here. And when you are going to think about the long double, so the long double provides more significant digit here and also larger range of value or the storage capacity when you are going to compare with the float as well as the double here. So clear this point about the real values. So three important real values will get in our C++. So the three important real values, or we can say that the floating point value or the constant are the float, double as well as the long double here. And after completing our character constant, now again shall we go for our, shall we recall the last thing? We know that constant we completed, correct no here, and later words the numeric constant, and such numeric constant classified as the integer constant. And in case of the integer constant, we already completed the three type of the integer constant are the decimal constant, octal constant and the hexadecimal constant. And also we completed one more thing, that is the floating real constant, and such floating real constant are also classified as the fractional form, that is called as the dot notation, as well as about our exponent to form. And just we completed the real value of the float, double and the long double here. Now let's we go for our character constant, correct no, constant classified as the numeric constant and the character constant. Okay, now what about the character constant? So we can say the character constant, now we are not going to select any numbers, now we are in the concept of character. Character means should we need to take any letters or maybe any symbols, okay here. So we can say that the character constant, that means any type of the symbol or the literals. The meaning of the literals is the letters, clear this one, variable letters. So how we are going to create the variable name here? Just by using the letters. So any type of the literal or the symbol and enclosed just by using the apostrophe, clear this one, apostrophe or a single quote. So one example we can say as the such a, I am going to use by using the single quote here, or enclosed between single quote, or enclosed by using the apostrophe, that is called as the single quote here. And the any or the character constant can be used in assignment statement. How we are going to provide the character, how we are going to provide any value to the variable. So when you are going to provide any value to the variable, sure we are going to use in this manner, that is the CH is equal to, by using this single letter, by using this single quote we are using, we need to use some of the letter, one single letter here, maybe the A, capital B, maybe the small letter A, any type of letter A to Z, but should use in single only, okay here, the single quote. And later next one is the semicolon, as we know that such a statement or any type of the explanation or any type of the initialization going to terminate by using the by using this statement terminator, correct no kya, statement terminator. So this is the example of the character constant, that means the character constant can be used in assignment statement ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ equal sign ಗೆ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. And also can be used by using the symbolic constant definition, clear, but this one mostly we are not going to use here, but also we can say that the symbolic constant definition example of the hash define period, clear this point. The period means the dot operator, the period operator only call as the dot operator. So instead of the period you can use the dot also, there is no any problem. So this is called as the symbolic constant definition. So clear this point here, the character constant. Okay, after completing some example of the character constant, we can say that the numerical value ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ number values, correct no, the number value called as the numerical value are the ASCII values. What's the full form of the ASCII? As we know that the full form of the, okay, before going to tell the full form of the ASCII, the spelling is the ASCII, okay. So the full form is the American Standard Code for Information Interchange. The numerical values, as we know that the ASCII, the full form of the ASCII, American Standard Code for Information Interchange, which are numbered sequentially for both uppercase and lowercase characters, okay. The ASCII value 256 characters. So the 256 character means it comes or it contains everything, capital letter A to Z, small letter A to Z, some of the special symbols, maybe the question mark, single quote, double quote. So each and everything we know in our character set what are the symbols. So here just only some example I completed in our character set. So many symbols are there called as the valid character set used in C++ programming language here. With that, some of the white spaces like a blank space here, horizontal tab, carriage return, also called as the enter key, and also we can say that new line, that means going to start from the new line here, and the form feed, that is from the new page. So all are called as the character set only. So we can say that all are called as the ASCII values numbers only. Okay, kya? So which are numbered sequentially for both uppercase and lowercase character. Now let's, what are the ASCII values? So it is very important thing. So we can say that the capital letter A to Z. So how we are going to take, or how we are going to use the numbers? So here we can say that the capital A, that is equal to 65. Okay, is equal to 65. Capital B 66 here, or maybe the capital C here 67. That means here 67. So like that it will go till our, when it is going to reach to the Z here, that means the Z value is called as the 90. Clear this point here? The Z value is equal to the 90. That means we can say that the A value is equal to 65 here, B 66, C 67 here. So like that it will go one after the another. When it reach to the capital Z, the value is equal to 90. So because of this I used just only here ASCII value or numerical values which are numbered sequentially for both uppercase characters as well as, let's for the example of the lowercase character. Maybe the lowercase character we can say that maybe if you want to use the A Z, correct? No, the lowercase character means it also we can say that A to Z only. So A value is equal to 97. Clear this one? A is equal to 97, small letter B is equal to 98, small c is equal to 99, small d letter is equal to 100. So it will go continuously one after the another. When it reach to the small letter z, that means it going to take the value as the 122. Clear this point here? And this letter or this number suitable for our lowercase characters here. So ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ? Capital A 65 in the capital B. So one by one the value number increase ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ capital Z ಗೆ reach ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಆಗ Z value is equal to 90. It's a ASCII values. Okay kya? And later next one small letter K, that is equal to the 97 here, and the small letter Z, it is equal to the 122 for the lower case, or maybe you want to use any digits in the program here, that means from 0 to 9. So what about the 0 to 9 here? We can say that 0 value is equal to 48. Okay, the 0 value is equal to 48 and the 9 value is equal to 57. That is for the digit here. So ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ? ASCII values ಕೆಲವೊಂದು numbers ಇದೆ, maybe the capital A to Z, maybe the uppercase A to Z, or maybe the numbers that is called as the digit here. So the 0 value is equal to 48 and maybe the 1 value is equal to 49, 2 value is equal to 50, like that it will go till when it reaching to our 9. That means it takes the value as the 57 for the digit here. So this is some explanation about the ASCII values. Okay, American Standard Code for Information Interchange. So after completing some point in case of the character constant, we can say that there is another class of character are there here and which cannot be displayed on the screen. So ella character nama screen alli display agudilla, but they have some special meaning and used for special purposes. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ? ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕೆಟಗರಿ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇದೆ, ಆದರೆ ಆ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಸಚ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ ಸಮ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ special purposes here. So what are the character are joined with the class or a special category of the characters, the characters are the backspace, clear this one here, backspace, backslash here, carriage return or the tab key. So such character are called as the escape sequence, clear this one. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಯಾವ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್, ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ some of the character are the टैब की कैरेक्टर क्या, मे बी दी हॉरिजॉन्टल टैब की कैरेक्टर, वर्टिकल टैब की, बैकस्लैश, बैकस्पेस या और कैरेज रिटर्न, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज दी न्यू लाइन क्या. सो ऑल आर कैरेक्टर कॉल एज दी एस्केप सीक्वेंस कैरेक्टर्स क्या, एंड वी नो दैट such character not going to display it on the screen here, and also but providing some special meaning and specially used for to perform this special task here. And such character, the escape, the each escape sequence character occupy 1 byte space, clear this one. 1 byte is equal to 8 bits here. So what about the storage space they want, they need, just only if you are using any type of the escape sequence character, the 1 byte space, clear this point here, 1 byte space, that is equal to the 8 bits. Now let's, what are the character are called as the escape sequence characters here. So the first one is the, in first line I completed as the escape sequence, and second line shows the meaning of the escape sequence characters, okay. So this one is called as the single quote, and everything whatever the escape sequence going to write by using the backslash only, clear this point here, the backslash only, and such character going to write in this manner. So this character is called as the backslash. Maybe if you are using this type is called as the forward character, but the forward slash mostly we are using in our HTML program only. Now don't want about the forward slash here. Now let's just only we are completing, we are going to complete the backslash meaning or explanation only here. So this character is called as the backslash. So like that, okay, we are going to use here. So that means if you are using single, it is called as the single quote here. Then later next one, so backslash, that is called as the double quote. So double, in double type I used here, clear this one, the double quote. And later next one is the backslash, that is called as the question mark we can use, okay, any type of the escape sequence. All are the example of the escape sequence here. And later next one is the backslash, clear this one, this character is called as the backslash, just only double backslash we need to use here. And later next one, after that some other characters are the, this is called as the null character, and this character specially going to use in our string constant, clear this one here. Now just be completing our character constant, single character only. Now string constant is there, so such character mostly going to use in our string constant, and this character is called as the null character, clear this one here, null character, that is called as the backslash 0 is called as the null character. And later next one, backslash b, the full form is the backspace, clear this point here, backspace here. And later next one, backslash F, okay, here the backslash F, that is called as the form feed. As we know the meaning of the form feed is the going to start from the new page, okay, F, that is called as the form feed. And later next one is the backslash N, that is called as the new line, that means it works like the enter button, enter key here, it going to start from the new line, okay, the backslash N here. And later next one is the backslash R, that is called as the carriage return. Both are same, the new line or the enter key, both are same, but also the escape sequence we can say, we can write as the backslash R, that is called as the carriage return here. And later next one, the backslash T, that is called as the tab key. So two type of the tabs key are there, the one going to work in our horizontal manner, top to the bottom, okay. So one tab key going to work in a horizontal manner, top to the bottom here, and one more tab key is there, it going to work in a vertical manner, that is from left to the right, clear this point. Sometimes the cursor going to blink in a horizontal, top to the bottom, and sometimes the cursor going to blink in a vertical manner. So we can say that if you want to use the escape sequence, that means we know that such character not going to display it on the screen, and but providing some special meaning and specially used for to perform this specific task, special task here. So \t, that is called as the horizontal tab here, and the \v, that is called as the vertical tab. Okay, so this is some important point about the constant. Now just only the last point is that about the string constant. Let's see, we are going to complete the remaining part of the constant in our next class. Thank you.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.